Welcome, everybody. It's me, Rick. Thanks for joining me on this gorgeous Saturday night. I don't know where you're all from, but I did ask that if you leave a comment in the comment section, just let me know where you're tuning in from. And let's take a look at who we got. We have got representation from California.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you in, Mike. Can you hear me?
I'm already in. You never took me out.
Mike, you snuck in. I was supposed to bring you in.
You were supposed to, but you're supposed to drop me off first. Start the live. Then bring me in.
You're the brains. I'm the beauty.
Hey.
Here I am thinking you're backstage. Well, welcome, Mike. Everybody, Mike from Mike's Auto Detailing in Northern California. Mike, you're telling me it's pretty hot where you're at.
Yes. I mean, it's not as hot as it's been all week, but it's like 85 today.
Yeah, that's for you guys. That's almost.
It was like 100 and it was 100 plus earlier in the week.
Yeah. Well, you know, you hear me whining and complaining about the Calgary weather all the time, about how cold it is. But man, I got a little taste of what you go through because our city, like a lot of places, went through a heat wave. Today's the first day of reprieve, but we were up to 37, 38 degrees Celsius, which I don't know what it converts to, but it's probably around the 100-degree Fahrenheit.
Do you guys have air conditioning?
In the house, not in the garage. The garage was a little toasty. I actually had to postpone a project on Friday and Saturday just because with the garage was getting up to 31, 32 degrees, and I couldn't do it.
No, yeah, you'd be roasting.
But and then yesterday I got a message from my sister. A hailstorm went through our city in the evening and pummeled her house, did a bunch of damage to their siding, and 2 of their cars got some pretty bad hail damage. So,
oh wow,
you can't win.
No,
you can't win.
That sucks.
Yeah, I saw some people saying I need to install one of those wall air conditioner units. I said this about the house. You know, there's very few days in the year where you need it, and we have it, and now I love it. But in the garage, there's really very few days I need it, but it would be nice.
A swamp cooler would be good.
Yeah, see, I don't even know what that is. What's a swamp cooler?
You fill it with cold water and it blows out cold air. It works pretty damn good.
I have my dehumidifier. That was going because it was getting humid and hot in here. But yeah, I'll have to look into that. Would you call it a swamp cooler?
Yes. You fill it with cold water. Works pretty good.
Let's see what we got here, Mike. We got the usual suspects.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're all in here. I see Humberto.
It's crazy.
Robert Ramirez
is tuning in from Sweden. I think it's 3 a.m. his time.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's just the kind of guy he is, though. He's super supportive.
HM Auto Detailing's in the house.
What's up? Got Mark.
Keith Firebird. What's going on, buddy? There's a new one, Steve M. I haven't seen him before, I don't think. Maybe he has. Steve M.
Maybe he's a new viewer.
He might be a RAD Garage follower.
Well, there's a few of them. There's a couple hundred.
Nice.
I've always wondered if it was lead dog or lead dog. I'm thinking now it's lead dog.
Probably lead dog.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But you know how you read a word in your mind?
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
First time on a live, but he follows. Nice.
Nice. That's what we want to see, right?
Heck yeah, Steve M. Welcome. We do this every weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday. Just kind of depends how we organize everything.
Yeah, Mike, you've been working hard like a dog on these live streams, and it's appreciated. I couldn't join many of the June ones. Just
okay.
The school year was wrapping up in June, and man, it was just pedal to the metal.
And I still got them all lined up through at least the end of August, going into September now.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, I saw your lineup.
Them up. Yeah. Let's see. So our host, which is of course running late. I mean, our guest, which is running late like always, is well worth it though, because that's just more time for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex is just putting his kid to bed, or his kid's having a tantrum, you know?
Yeah, I think he's getting the handcuffs out and strapping him down so he doesn't get back up.
Well, you know, there's no such thing as bad kids, only bad parents.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Bad teachers. Keith Firebird's giving us a big, long story about, I don't know why he's dropping off his mom's car. But he's here. And then I've got...
I've been up since 5 a.m. Ooh, I've been up since 5 too, but I was editing video. That's about the time I like to go edit my videos because it's quiet in the house. And then if I do my voiceovers, I don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah. Well, I've got... so tell us a little bit, just briefly, about some of the projects you've been working on, Mike.
Well, I did move in June, so I just got into my new garage, and I kind of so I kind of kept the first couple of weekends kind of easy ones where it's just like a wash and vacuum type detail, and that was it, just get in, get out. So last week was my first, or 2 weeks ago was my first actual detail I did in the garage, and I dropped that video out last week, which has done actually pretty good, what I did in the garage. And this little piece I have here with a guy coming by old garage, I had all my bottles up on the wall. I have it here now, and then it goes up over the garage all the way across to the other side.
How hard would it be for you to angle your camera and let us take a look at that?
All right, I'll show you guys.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help Alex log in. He's trying to log in now.
There it goes, all the way up over the garage.
Oh, look at that.
So, I mean, I'm hoping Chemical Guys ain't watching, but that's all Chemical Guys products up there, and I can't reach it, so I guess I can't use it. But there's some Adams stuff down there and some Griot's Garage on the other side. But, I mean, I can still get to it.
Yeah.
And then I saved, and then I got all the good stuff that I use. I can aim it right here. Right here. I got the new Renegade just sent me some product, which I can't wait to try. I want to try it out real bad. McKee's, Griot's, Glass Parency sent me some stuff I haven't tried yet. A whole bunch of Extreme Solutions, Synergy Works. I actually still have the Chemical Guys that I actually do like using over here. And then just random stuff down here on the bottom. And then behind me, I got all my banners. The first banner I did put up, though, Rick, was the RAD Garage. Wow. It was, too. I sent you the picture of it. That was the only banner I had up.
Yep, you did. That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so I got all my banners going across over that way, across the garage. I have one over here at the Lithium. I didn't want to put them right next to each other. But I'll be making a garage video. I'm going to try to do it this weekend, make a garage video, because I'm off on Monday, too. And I got it pretty much cleaned up. I just got to pick up a few things off the floor. Then I can do it.
Yeah, no, you moved up to a triple size garage, correct?
Yes. So one of the garage doors is right behind here.
Okay.
So the single car garage door I will never use.
Okay.
So that's where I put everything. I blocked it off. So I got the double garage door where I can get the car in, and I actually back it in sideways, and then line it up sideways in the car in the garage.
Living the life.
And I love it.
I'm proud of you, and I have always wanted a triple garage, but I'm so committed to this garage. But
you have a very nice garage, and then it came with a mop sink, which I do like.
With a what?
A mop sink.
Oh, that is very handy.
It is. So I actually started washing all my pads over there.
Oh, that's kind of, yeah, you're kind of spoiled now. I have a feeling you're going to become a little too spoiled. So
yeah,
I do have Alex in the back room here. I'm going to add him to the stream.
Nice.
Adding him to the stream means he's coming right on in, right?
Yeah.
There he is.
Hey guys, is it all figured out? Did I get it right?
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Cool. Good stuff.
Nice
to see you guys.
I'm just going to change the layout so we can. So welcome to the live stream, our friend Alex.
Yeah, LEX Garage.
LEX Garage. Why can't I do this? Oh, I got to drag him over here. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Mike's sweating, and I'm doing okay. And
yeah,
I went out to the shop to do some things, and I was out there for 10 minutes before I just lost it. So I wasn't even going to try and go out there. I'm sitting in the office. It's nice and cool, and I'm not sweating. So,
nice.
Well, I don't blame you.
I wouldn't blame you either.
Well, why don't welcome and everybody. This is Alex. I'm sure a lot of you know Alex. Alex, you're quite a social media star these days.
Crazy, right? I would have never thought anybody was interested in the stuff that I was doing, but here we are.
So. No one really is, but that's
fair point. Just one Canadian.
Dabbler Detail says LEX Garage is on. He's out.
It seems like I can't go on Instagram without seeing one of your live chats with Bucky and.
Oh yeah, we try to keep up with that stuff. We're not so good at it lately. I mean, a lot of times, and the trouble I was having tonight was that it's always at night when my kids are going to bed, and of course, every time I have a live or something, that's when they're not going to go to sleep. And tonight, the fireworks are going off and stuff. So man, thankfully he went to bed though, so we're all good now.
How old's he?
He is 4.5 now.
Nice.
So that's my duty at night. My wife has the 2-year-old, so I guess I'm lucky in that. But yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Like, listen, kid, you got to sleep. Daddy's a big shot. He's got to go on the internet. Go.
Yeah, I'm important. I'm in Canada live right now, so I gotta.
It's true. Yep.
Yeah.
So a little later, hopefully Papa Smurf's joining us. He keeps saying he is. His son just turned 3 today, so he's doing the daddy thing too. So you're not alone there. My kid, he just plays video games now.
He might be popping
so I
in
never.
Uh-oh.
How old are your kids?
He's going in and out.
I have one son who's 10.5.
Oh, so you're good. You went through the tough times. Now you can sleep and enjoy stuff.
Yeah, he sleeps more than I do now, so that's
Yeah, see, kids seem like they'll stay up all night and sleep all day. I can't do that. I used to be able to do that, but I can't do that anymore.
You know, I sat here and I wanted to make sure I put the chat on so I could see what everyone's saying. And after Dabbler and Justin, some other guys, I feel like I should just leave right now.
You know, what happens, I know this, Mike knows this, when you get super famous, you get these trolls, right? And a lot of them live in Montana. A lot of them live in one-room shacks out in Montana. And they just spit venom through the internet. You got to let it go, Lex.
Yeah, they got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Which also, I want to ask you, do I refer to you as Lex or Alex? Because you seem like
either way. I mean, honestly, my name's Alex. Obviously, the Lex came out of just a joke. One of my good buddies, they used to call me Sexy Lexi, and when I was talking about building the shop, they were encouraging me to do it, and they started saying LEX Garage, so it just kind of stuck. So from Sexy Lexi to LEX Garage. So
nice.
Here we are. Who would have thought?
Here we are. So what I thought I would do, if it's okay with you, is play a little get-to-know-you game.
Go.
We did this with Justin when last time I was hosting the live stream. So I've created 10 questions. Feel free to answer them in one word, or if you want to go on for a half an hour. How's that? All right. So the first one is, some of these are similar to what I asked Justin, but my favorite part, because I guess we should have probably explained, like, you love detailing.
Yeah, correct.
You love the whole car culture.
Yep.
And, tell us, what's your favorite part of the detailing process?
Foaming, definitely. I think that's almost everyone's favorite. At least I feel like it should be everyone's favorite part of it. It's my kid's favorite part of it. I'm the guy that'll foam twice. I'll do a pre-foam and then another foam just because why not? It's enjoyable. So
heck yeah.
That's by far my favorite.
Especially when it goes backwards.
You know, speaking of foam and foaming twice, Papa Smurf just showed up.
Oh, cool.
Oh, man. That's a foaming twice.
Before I let him in and he hijacks the whole show, what's your favorite foam at the moment?
I'm a GSF fan right now.
Yeah, it's
nice. That stuff is pretty good.
Yeah. Comes in a whole bottle and it smells amazing. All right, let's add Papa Smurf. We'll have to hear all
of we just let anybody in, I guess, huh? Oh, yes. Look at this.
Well, what is up, everybody?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. How's everybody doing? What's up, everybody in the chats? There's a lot of people in here, so I'm just gonna say hello to everybody. I see some of the usuals.
Yeah. And your audio sounds fantastic tonight too.
Right on. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Woo! How's everybody doing, man? I feel like I haven't seen anybody in so long.
It's been a while.
June's a busy month, not just for me, for everyone.
I've been insanely busy, man.
Well, we're just doing the old rapid fire get to know Lex.
Ooh.
I'm gonna call you Lex because that's
pretty much where it's going from here. Yeah, I don't think anybody really so.
Lex.
Woo, what's up?
All right, so let's put Lex back in the main thing here. Eric, did you catch what his favorite detailing process is?
Foaming.
What about you? You like foaming?
I mean, who doesn't like foaming? I mean,
Exactly. You can't argue with that. Yeah.
I mean, there's people that can argue and say it's pointless, right? But hey, it's still fun. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if it does nothing. It's still fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not. I'm not like the weirdos like Justin that likes doing interiors and stuff like that. So I stay away from that stuff.
Yeah. He likes to foam off the carpets.
Yeah,
like foaming, just don't like life. You know, they're just boring people. We don't got any time for them.
Yeah, we don't got time for that. Life's too short for that negativity.
That's right. Foam. All right. Question number 2.
Go ahead. I'm gonna plug my fan in real quick.
Muscle versus Euro versus JDM. Go.
Muscle hands down.
Really?
Yeah, not even close.
I thought you were just on the gram talking about this JDM car and
Definitely, like, well, I have appreciation for all the cars, but if I could only pick one car to drive for the rest of my life, it'd be muscle car. I love Euros, I love JDM cars.
Yeah.
But hands down, muscle cars are my favorite. It's what I grew up on, so it's always been my favorite thing.
This is the thing with the internet. I was getting the vibe that you were like a Euro because you're such a meticulous man. You know everything's impeccably labeled. I was like, this guy's got European blood flowing through his. And I wasn't even originally in this question. I didn't even have muscle. I had Euro versus JDM, and then I thought, well, I better throw in muscle. That's amazing.
Nothing beats rear-wheel drive V8s. I mean, you can throw some V10s in there if you want to go to the Vipers, but I mean, there's nothing that beats it. Of course, I love Porsches. I love all that. BMW's good stuff. Love to own all those, but if I had to pick one, I mean, because my childhood dream car, hands down, if I could pick one car, it'd be a C3 Stingray Corvette. Hands down, would drive that for the rest of my life. But again, if you ask me what my dream cars are, I could list you 10 off, and that'd be JDM, Euro, muscle, a little bit of everything, but also hands down number one.
Nice.
You too, Eric?
Yeah. Hey, if I had like I think I agree with Lex. If I had one car to choose, it'd probably be an old school muscle, either a 70 Nova or like a maybe like a 68 or 69 Chevelle, something in that nature.
See,
even though
of course, I appreciate the classics, but you still got to have the modern updates. So maybe that's where my style comes into play. Is I don't want to get it all up to speed with current stuff because I like stopping and stuff like that. You know.
What's crazy is, I mean, you could have a 70 Nova or a 69 Chevelle, and you can pretty much transfer. I mean, you can make it like a old school, new school Corvette. Pretty much, you can take the drivetrain, the brakes, I mean, the engine, just everything, and have an old school, modern car, which is awesome, and it's pretty. I wouldn't say easy. If you got the money, it's easy. But
the money, it's easy. Yeah,
you got the money.
You deal with all the other bubbas that own the car before you, and use random screws laying around to fix things, work and all that stuff. I've been there a couple of times.
Hey, leftover screws and bolts is just proof you made it better.
Exactly. Unnecessary stuff is not needed.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I want to say, can I just interrupt real quick? I saw we got what do they call that when people give you money?
Super chat.
Super chat from my friend Warwick down in the Chicago area.
Oh, cool.
He is he's one of my favorite dudes. He's into muscle. He just got himself a Z06. Yes,
that's my style. He's doing some great things in his garage.
Okay, good. I was gonna say if you're not following Gas Tax, Warwick, he's a good time, and he's teamed up with another good guy I like named Nostalgic, and the two of them are up to nothing but bad things down there.
Yeah, good cars, good garage. You can't lose there.
Well,
yeah.
So I just posed the muscle versus Euro versus JDM question to the crowd. A few people have said electric, so I'm just going to kick them out.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
get a future, and they're fast, but I just can't. At least I'm trying not to jump on board until I really have to.
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed driving that M3 that I just did on the channel. He let me take it for a nice spin, and man,
made for a good intro,
dude. That thing redlines at 8,500 RPM.
Dang,
motorcycle
in a V8 too, 6-speed. Man, that thing was fun to drive.
I bet.
I'll tell a little later. I'm going to give you a little BMW story because I was in a collection the other day that just blew my mind. All right, this is going great. I didn't know it was going to go this well at first when we booked Lex. So let's.
Rick.
Smash that thumbs up too, everybody.
A lot of Jim Gaffigan and other comedians. So, all right, number 3. The car that occupies. Oh, I think you've already answered this, but maybe you can.
Hands down, yeah, the Stingray for sure. If I had to go with a number 2, it'd be a 2003, 2004 Cobra.
Yeah. Well, you know what I love about that is they're both attainable, right?
Exactly, and I just keep kicking myself because every time I want to buy one, I'm like, oh man, I don't want to pay that price. That's how much it was cheaper 5 years ago, and then I just keep waiting them to like go back to normal, and they just keep going up and up. And I just gotta pull the trigger one of these days before it becomes unattainable, you know?
Yeah,
you gonna tell your wife this time and you go get it?
We'll see. Wait till you guys see the video of her reaction for this last one, and then we'll see how we go. But I'm living in the house, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So,
well, I hope you get one, if not both of those. Okay, number 4 is a deep personal question. I apologize. Leather loafers or flippy floppies?
Flippy floppies. I'm in Florida. That's all I wear. You maybe see me in shoes. I can't even say my wedding. I wore flip-flops for my wedding. I rarely wear shoes. Unless I go to the gym or something like that, I'm not wearing shoes. I'm always wearing sandals.
No judgment.
When I get dressed up, I'll put on my nice sandals.
No Crocs?
No Crocs. No Crocs.
Man,
one day.
Don't try them on. They're probably so comfortable. You just, and they don't look too bad.
That's what I hear. And I hear they got the four-wheel drive and stuff like that if you flip the strap around. So maybe one day. I mean, I'm into that after all. I think that kind of comes with it. So I'm sure I'll be there sooner or later.
Yeah. It's called sport mode. Sport mode.
Yeah, there you go. Sport mode. Yep. One day. I don't know if you guys saw the Vyper ad of the dad with the New Balances and the stuff like that. I tried those on for the first time, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're comfy. I get why dad's wearing that stuff now, so I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm not gonna hate on Crocs because I'm sure if I try those on, they'd be pretty comfy as well.
Yep. Embrace dad life. You know,
exactly.
we're just talking about flip flops, and I keep thinking about Mike. You'll remember this, and so will you, Papa Smurf. Remember Fab was getting crap on the internet because he wore a hat a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy lit into him in the comments section about how can you be taken seriously if you're always wearing a baseball cap. And I was like, I never thought about what someone wears on their feet or their head is like on YouTube has anything to do with credibility as a reviewer, or that's just an odd one to me. So you wear
he has to have some personal issues. He
must have a lot of issues.
Like I should wear a hat and I fit in.
He probably got told by his ex-girlfriend that he looked so ugly in hats that she had to leave him.
Yeah,
Some people wear hats because when the light's above their head, it pops, it takes the reflection away.
Yep, pretty much.
I don't have that much.
I
mean, the more hair I lose, the more head I get. That's all I know. But I
you guys
wear
are
a hat
all
just
kids, right? It comes with the territory.
Well,
that's ceramic coated.
There you go.
See that gloss?
Well, you have a gloss doctor.
Can we smell it beads?
All right, a little later we can get into if Alex has had any weird run-ins with people on the internet, because that's I guarantee
that's a good topic.
So you can just put that one in your bean counter, and we'll get back to that. Let's move on to number 5 here. I can't remember what number 4 is that. That's number 4 again. Okay, a YouTube channel you obsess over is.
That's tough. That's a tough one. I don't really have like one that I watch. I watch all of them. I'm not gonna say any of you guys' channels because I'm not gonna sit there and suck up. I do watch them all, but if I say one of those and it's not genuine, shoot, jeez, man, I don't know. I mean, I've always since I was really young, I watched Admiral Z, so that's one that I've been watching since I was really young, so that's one of them. 1320, obviously, I've been watching that since I was a kid as well.
Yep, me too.
God, there's so many, but yeah, those are probably the top two that I watch all the time, just because I've been doing it for like 10 plus years, so it's like second nature to me at this point.
It's funny you say when I was a kid watching YouTube. For me, at my age, I don't really use childhood and YouTube don't really come together. So you must be a young whippersnapper.
Yeah, I'm right in that middle area. I'm old, but I'm not young. I'm not old. I'm kind of in between. I grew up at a weird time. I grew up with all like the actual phones and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm 30. God, I don't even know. I'm 32 right now. So
shoot, I was 32 over a decade ago.
Before YouTube, it was what was it? Street Fire. You ever watch Street Fire?
Yes, yeah. So I grew up on that stuff. Yeah, for sure. That's all gone. And then I remember every time I'd get a car or hear about a car, I go on lbdigital.com. I don't know if you guys remember that, where you can check all the 0 to 60 times, and drag times, all that good stuff. Man, that's all I did. That Forza, and go out with my 4-cylinder Ranger and my V6 Mustang and terrorize the streets. That's what I grew up on.
Well, you do sound like a young old guy. You're already
definitely
32. I used to go to the back of the Road and Track or the Car and Driver Motor Trend where they published the 0 to 60 performance stats, and then I would take my magazine over to my mom's typewriter, and I would do up my own sheet because I didn't want all the pedestrian cars on my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
That was almost 75 years ago. All right, let's move on to number 6. Very important garage question, and you're going to make some enemies with this one. Epoxy or Swisstrax?
All right. I mean, if you guys have followed me, I've been here for almost 2.5 years, and I haven't put flooring in. And that's because I did everything else, going to a different topic, going to a different section of the garage because I couldn't decide on the flooring. And the big debate is like, oh man, it's tough because my biggest thing is if I lay epoxy down and I don't like it, I can't do anything about it. If I have problems with it, if it cracks or it chips, I can't do anything about it. I have to fix it. I'm committed to it. I can fix the patches. I can't do the whole thing over again. I'm out. For my garage, it's like 15, 20 grand. Swisstrax, however, if I don't like it, I can sell it. So that was my thought process. Eventually, I finally decided to go Swisstrax. I just bought a bunch of them in my garage right now, so I was testing them out. Again, because I can test that out, whereas I can't test out epoxy. And I like them a lot, so that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, are you a guy that has a hard time pulling the trigger on decisions like that?
Only when it's something like really, really expensive. It's either an impulse buy for sure, like my truck, or it'll be like a 2-year process, like the floor. So I'm not one way or the other. But usually, if it's a really expensive process or expensive purchase, it usually takes me a while to make a decision. And so the flooring is such a crucial thing in a garage to me. I feel like that sets the tone for the whole garage, really. And I'm not a big fan of cleaning. So epoxy looks cool when it's clean, but I'm not down to clean it all the time. And when I first moved in, I bought it's a sample kit of the Swisstrax. I think it's like 10 tiles or something like that. And I threw them in front of my garage door. And they've been there ever since. So I'm talking all my dogs, all my kids. Everyone's been walking on those every single day for 2 years. I've never cleaned them once. I picked it up like a couple weeks ago, and yeah, there's nasty stuff under there. But on the top, if I just took a towel and kind of wiped it off, you wouldn't know that they're dirty. So it's like you can't really beat that, and they last forever. So,
well,
I have the epoxy floors, and the scratches do suck. And the one thing that sucks is any type of water on the epoxy slab, you run the slip and falling on your ass is it's slippery.
Yeah,
slippery when wet.
That's one thing I've noticed as well. And then just keeping it clean is it looks really nice in pictures. And then you go to people's shops and stuff like that, and you look at the floors and you see the scratches. and stuff like that would just drive me nuts. So
I hear you.
If I would either do if my shop was the floor was great, I would probably do like a polished look of just the plain concrete, but I have the cracks and stuff, so I'm not dealing with all that. So yeah, Swisstrax it is for sure.
So you refer to your garage as your shop, do you?
Yeah, that's just because my family does it. My wife calls it the shop, so we call it the shop. So.
All right. It's Miller time.
No.
Okay, you're doing good. You're doing good. Don't be nervous. Here comes number 7. One product I think everyone should have in their arsenal is
bead maker.
Bead maker.
Hands down. I know it gets a lot. I know people, that's a hot topic. You can post it in forums or whatever in Facebook groups and people go crazy. But bead maker as a drying aid is hands down my favorite product. You can't. I try everything and I haven't found anything that I like better than it as far as a drying aid. And people will use it as like a topper. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking strictly as a drying aid. Car's wet, spray the car down with bead maker, use a gauntlet towel, dry it. Hands down. Makes the drying process so easy. There's never any streaks. There's no spotting. I don't have to rush to dry it. It makes life so much easier. Like I was gonna buy one of those nice blowers, the Ego or Ergo or whatever. Yeah, see, bead maker. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hands down my favorite product.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's a very popular product. That's for sure. Number 8. When I'm not detailing or hanging out in my shop, I am.
As a dad, always with my kids. But if you want something fun, or if I'm not doing dad stuff and I'm not doing detailing, it's something car related.
Yeah.
So working on cars or just driving with friends or going to the racetrack, something like that. Cars, detailing, soccer, beer. Those are my hobbies.
Nice.
How many cars do you have?
Right now 4. 3.
4?
3.
3.5 or
3. Yeah, 2.5, I guess. Yeah, we downsized lately. I got rid of some other stuff and kind of consolidated. So we have my wife's SUV and then the Raptor and now the Eclipse. So my goal here was to get because I had a farm truck and a different truck, and then I just consolidated them both to get the Raptor because it's big and I can fit the kids in it, but it's also fun. I can enjoy it. And now my goal is kind of just to, now that that's the truck that I can have for family and everyone fits in it, now I'm just focusing on fun stuff for myself and the shop. So the goal is eventually just fill the shop. So might as well start with a random beat up Eclipse, right?
Hey, more power to you. That's an iconic car. I mean,
yeah, the two blew up that Instagram chat, didn't you, with your talk about this? What is it? It's an Eclipse?
Yeah, correct.
And that's what you have too, right, Papa?
Si, senor. I got my babies right here, man.
Take a peek. Oh, let me make you big.
But does it have a motor in the trunk?
Yeah.
No, it's got a motor under the.
It looks good, man.
That does. Good gloss.
Yeah, that's my baby.
I've always wanted one too. I mean, you'll see in the next video, but really it's going to be a complete overhaul. There's nothing to keep on the car worth keeping, so it's going to be a complete overhaul. But I've always wanted one of these and might as well just do it now and do it right. So this is going to be a fun build. I've always wanted let me back up. I always wanted Eclipse. I've always wanted the Fast and Furious Eclipse, so might as well just put them together and make it one, you know?
Oh, that was
2 in 1.
Yes. We're gonna have 11 questions on this, by the way.
All right. I'm special.
One out.
So when you saw this Eclipse from on Instagram and you saw us, what made you want to get that Eclipse? I mean, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, just because I really wanted I wanted Eclipse. Like I have a bucket list of cars. My whole thing is like LEX Garage was just something that like it's my dream garage. I want not only just to have everything in there that I want, but also to have all the cars I've always wanted, like my high school dream car. I want to get the Stingray, the Cobra, a Lightning, just stuff that I've always wanted. I want in there. And Fast and Furious Eclipse has been one of them, but one that I never really thought that I'd actually put in there. Mm-hmm. And just when I saw it pop up, it caught my eye instantly. And then I saw it was in Florida, and I saw it was Tavares. I was like, whatever, this has got to be kind of a cool sign. Let's do it. And literally, I was there a couple hours later and bought it. So I mean, was it planned? No. But will I regret it? Yes. But it'll be a project.
So let me ask you: when you were driving home, how nervous were you when you're driving home?
Oh, well, I timed it pretty well because I came home. Because when I bought it, we went actually. Me and Tavares drove over to an undisclosed location of a guy that owns several of the actual screen used Fast and Furious cars. Yeah. Like the Eclipse, the actual Ja Rule, Monica car, the Red car, all that good stuff.
The red truck.
Out, and we drove all the way out there, hung out, we drove back, and then by the time, because Tavares was about an hour away from me, by the time I got home, it was dark. So timed that out perfectly. When I got home, the kids were ready for bed. It was dark out. No one saw it. So the next day was Father's Day. So, I mean, the reaction wasn't as bad, and I didn't get in that much trouble because it was Father's Day. So, but, yeah. Is she pleased? No, not really, but it's not as bad as it could have been, I think.
How's the interior on that thing? Is it like pretty much complete?
It has an interior. It has, I think the seats are from like a newer SUV or something. I mean, what it is the car itself is a shell. There's nothing of value on it. It's going to be completely stripped. The interior, the paint, all the stuff's just going to be. It's basically a shell. So although it looks like a Fast and the Furious car, it's nothing even close. So what I'm going to do is just strip the paint. I'm going to do a rotisserie restoration and just get it all clean underbody. The reason I want to keep it and not get something else as far as a body like a GSX or something is because it's so clean. There's no rust on it at all. It just needs some cleaning up. So it's a perfect base, and I already have it, so might as well do it.
Mine's well, man.
And it's cool to say that I took this one and made it into something cool. So
yeah.
Well, good luck with that, and I know we'll all enjoy following the progress. What kind of timeline are you looking at? Are you a guy who gets this done in a month, or is this a 2-year project?
I'm hoping it doesn't take it's going to be a long process because of what it entails, but it's not going to be like a couple-year thing. It should be quicker than that. My kids are getting older, so I have more time in the garage lately. So I don't know. A cool deadline would be like a year. But I mean, to be completely finished. The big problem with it, to make a screen accurate one, is finding all the parts, because a lot of parts are discontinued. They're super rare. Like the reason that I bought the one from Tavares was because people. I guess I didn't do a good job explaining it, so that's in the next video, is that, yes, I paid a lot of money for the car because the car was only worth $500, but it came with a built engine, and then it came with a bunch of very, very, very rare and accurate parts that aren't made anymore, like the wheels, the dash that comes out, the stereo, some gauges and stuff like that. So he did a lot of legwork already for me with regard to that, so that saved me a ton of time. Mainly the time is going to be in the restoration and only a little bit of time tracking down some harder parts, because Tavares had the car for about 6 months, so he spent 6 months trying to find parts, and that was part of the reason why he didn't want to do it, is because it's so time consuming for an Eclipse. Like, what's the point? So
the wild color, like pretty wild.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying the color on it is quite striking.
Oh, yeah, and that's the unfortunate part when I got it. I mean, when I saw it online, I thought it would be closer, but the paint color's off, so we can't keep the paint color, so it's got to be repainted too. So it's a little bit lighter. I mean, some pictures you can't really tell, but if you're going to do it, might as well do it right. So.
Well, I'm like one of these old guys in the comments. I don't think I've ever seen a Fast and Furious movie, so I don't really know much.
Seriously?
What?
Wow, I was in middle school, or no, going into middle school when it first came out. I remember it was like the summer going into middle school. It was like my first date, and I took a girl there, and that's where I fell in love with the movie. And I except for the second one, I'm not a fan of the second one. I know I'll get some heat for that, but I can't watch that one more than once. But all the other ones are great.
Drift?
I love Tokyo Drift. I love it.
That's the only one I really didn't care for.
Oh, see, I like that one. It was different. I think that's why a lot of people like it, because it didn't have the right people in it or whatever. But no. I enjoyed it. I
watched it more than twice, but
Yeah, my kids have like little like toys of the Eclipse. Like they had it for years because I bought them for them. So when I brought this home, they lost it. So like the ultimate goal with this, honestly, it's gonna be cool to have, but I can't wait to like have it done and take my kids to a car show in it. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh,
they're gonna be like celebrities. They're gonna think that's so cool. So that's my goal right there.
Yeah, no, that's
nice.
That's awesome.
Noble goal. I teach with a friend of mine, Dave, and we have a car club, and we took kids to the car club back in March of 2020, just before COVID hit. And he brought his little 3-year-old at the time, and they had Bumblebee, like the Volkswagen version of Bumblebee there.
Oh yeah.
And the kid, like his name's Harrison, he just lost his mind. He was like, Bumblebee, Bumblebee.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how my kids are too.
Sons and fathers and cars, we all know this, and mothers too. Don't blow me up. But no, it's. I think for me, the Fast and Furious came when I was a little too old, and I was always like ultra realistic when it came to cars. So like even when kids were playing Hot Wheels cars and they were moving them around in the air, I was like, no, they have to be on the ground. You have to park them. So
Yeah, my kid parks them. He does like car shows. Like, yeah, he's insane with it.
Yeah. Oh man, I spent a lot of time. All right, let's go on to number 9 here before we're all asleep. So the best advice I can give anyone who wants to make the most of their garage is, think about this one. You're the man for this. I know you spend more time thinking about garages than 99% of people out there.
I mean, my main advice is do whatever you want. Stop trying to do what other people are doing and trying to make it look like someone else's garage, because it doesn't always fit what your needs are. Like a lot of people, like I have those stainless steel tables right next to my detailing. And people are like, why do you do that, not cabinets? Like, because it works better for me. I need a tabletop. I need a spot for buckets. That's what I needed. And so, like, I thought, honestly, when I started this, I thought I was going to get a lot of stick for what I was doing, because I was doing stuff that was different as far as, like, the color scheme and doing stuff like that. Although it was similar to Obsess. Obviously, it's a model after Obsess Garage with the pressure washer system. But I started doing, like, different things with it. And I thought I was going to get kind of like, why are you doing that? And why are you mixing this and that and stuff like that? But I didn't. So, I mean, I just started doing what I wanted to do, and I'm really happy with how it came out. And that's my advice. Just do what you want. See what your needs are in your garage and base it around that rather than just off of
it. It is your birthday.
Wise words. Wise words. I appreciate that. Okay, this was the last one. Look at this guy. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Why is the kid saying happy birthday, everybody? Like, it's not.
He came in and he said, it's my birthday.
Okay, all right.
It's the presents.
Show me your toy.
He's 3.
Yeah, he's 3, yeah.
What's he showing? Yeah. Let me put him in the big. Is it okay if I put him in the big one here?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look, you're on right there. Show him your toys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Optimus Prime.
Oh,
nice.
See,
Talking about that's Bumblebee's friend.
You can say hi to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Say hi to Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Say hi to Lex.
Hi, Lex.
Looks like a happy kid today.
Oh man, I'm telling you, we had to put his toys together, man. And I'm like,
yeah.
Why do they make this so difficult?
Oh, that's the worst part about being a dad. And I always tell my dad I'm sorry for having to put him through that, like putting together beds and houses and stuff. Oh my gosh, like 3 in the morning before. Yeah, it's just
trying to like put all the stickers on, figure out where the stickers go. I'm like,
well, I just throw them on. I don't even. I gave up on that after the first kid.
Are you gonna go back inside? No, you're gonna hang out here.
Oh, okay.
You got a lot of chat going on about the Fast and Furious and how they need to bring the focus back onto the cars.
Yeah,
this is a very serious question facing American culture right now.
Where honestly, it needs to come back. It's got to go. I mean, one was iconic. I mean, it was all about street racing. You know, getting your cars racing, going out to the meets, and then all of a sudden it's just like, Y-Path. We are now superheroes that can jump over bridges and land on cars and live.
Oh, they could jump from mountaintop to mountaintop.
Hey, let's stop racing on Lex's dream, okay? It's his favorite movie chain.
Exactly.
Favorite movie. Let's put him back in there and let's get on to number 10. I'm sorry, I didn't know they were going to make fun of your favorite movie franchise. Number 10. I guess you kind of talked about this already, but a goal you hope to achieve this summer is?
I don't know. Finish the flooring, I think, is the number one thing. I need to get it done. It's one of those things I've been pushing off for so long. I think I'm finally committed, and I think I'm finally able to burn a hole in my pocket and just do it.
Well, I'll tell you, as a Swisstrax owner for a few years now, well, I had Retech before. You're going to love it.
Yeah, you played a hand in getting me on the Swisstrax family, so I appreciate it. Except for when I buy it all, I probably won't appreciate it, but once I get it in, I'll appreciate it.
You know what? Like, there's guys that get it. It's maybe like the first day something happens, and you're like, oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. But it just gives you, you just got to solve those little problems as they come up. And everyone I know that's got it has been happy with it. So I know you will be too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple people that have complained about them, but it's more for their preference than anything. And that's what it comes down to, personal preference. And again, do whatever you want to do. Yeah,
exactly. I get a lot of people saying, I could never do the maintenance. And it's like, well, if you can't let dirt sit under your floor for a couple of weeks before cleaning it up, having a dirty concrete floor, like no floor is maintenance free if you're bringing dirt into the environment.
Yeah, exactly. And I live off a dirt road, so Swisstrax is a big. That plays a big hand into why I want Swisstrax too, is because my floor just gets covered with dirt from the tires. So it'd be nice to not have to clean it all the time, have it build up and have it go under the tiles right there.
Well, you have a powerful shop vac, I bet, right?
Yeah, but it fills up pretty quickly when you have such a big shop. So.
You can't
blow it out. I've tried that.
Come here.
So.
Okay. You want to stay in the shadows?
Double or a triple?
Hi.
I'm sorry?
Is your garage double sized or triple sized?
So my main garage is a triple, and then the shop is 2,400 square feet.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, so, I mean, LEX Garage started because at my old house, we had a 2-car garage, and I would take on projects. I bought a Stingray, and I got it all apart, started ripping it apart, started
better be careful.
it down. I'm sorry?
I'm going to mute him. He's in trouble.
Oh, sorry. No, but anyway, so I got it, and I started taking it apart, and then it stuck in the garage, and it created a hassle because my wife was pregnant. It was harder. Like, we couldn't use the garage.
Yeah.
Not half the garage, and there's parts everywhere. So I ended up selling it. I was like, man, this sucks. I can't believe I sold my dream car. And so when we had the third kid, right before that, my wife wanted to get a bigger house. And I said, all I care about is a 3-car garage so I can have a stall for a project car and I have to keep getting rid of them. And then she comes to me and she finds some place way out in the boonies. She grew up in Oregon, so she likes having like the farm, rural lifestyle, and I'm not that type of guy. So her way of getting me out here was, oh, yeah, it has a 3-car garage. I'm like, perfect, sold. She's like, well, it's out in the country. I'm like, no. And she's like, it also has a 2,400 square foot shop. I was like, fine. So it took no convincing. I was on board right after that. So, yeah, it's insane. It's cool. So we have a 3-car garage attached to the house. And then like about 100 feet behind the house, we have a separate detached 2,400 square foot shop that only I have a key to.
Well, if any Europeans are listening, I apologize. These Americans and their palatial states.
It's awesome. That's the thing about this Eclipse. Like, no matter how long it takes me, it doesn't matter. I have the space for it finally, so I can have multiple projects. And it doesn't matter. I can just sit there.
Yeah.
Was there any chance of you getting the Eclipse home and getting in the garage before the wife found out?
Well, that was the plan, but it didn't really work out like that because of the trailer and stuff. And then I thought I locked myself out of the Eclipse, but it was just the door handles didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They don't.
So I had like a sledgehammer in my hand, and I'm getting ready to hit the window, and then I get a text from Safar. She's like, no, you just got to pull it up real hard to get it to open. Like, literally, I was about to bust the window open so I could get it off the trailer, and thankfully he texted me right then, and so I have to go through that.
I think, Mike, you asking that question sort of exposes a little bit about who you are as a person.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You like hiding things on your wife, do you, Mike? Do you want to?
Hey, listen, my 3-car garage is attached to my house right through the door that she can walk through. We both have keys.
Yeah, see, only I have a key to the shop.
Yeah.
All right. The final question is a bonus question brought about by by your love of the Fast and Furious. Oh, why didn't it change? Hold on. Okay, I didn't hit save. I guess that's the problem. Here you go. Last question, number 11. Fast and Furious or Smokey and the Bandit or Corvette Summer?
I'm gonna go with I'm too young to know what the other two are. So Fast and the Furious.
Good answer.
I will give you Corvette Summer. That is an old. You got to look that up though. As a Corvette fan and a C3 Corvette fan, you have to go find Corvette Summer.
That's like the really weird looking Corvette, right?
It is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen some people do like selling some replicas. I'm like, what the heck is that? It's like a dragon looking type thing. Okay, so I know what that is. Okay, and then Bandit is a Trans Am, right? A Firebird.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know what the cars are. I just don't know anything about the movies. So.
You haven't watched Smokey and the Bandit?
No.
Dude.
You haven't watched Fast and Furious? Dude.
Well.
All right, you watch Fast and the Furious and all.
I watched the first one and I thought all I said the whole movie was as if.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is when I saw it, I was probably like 11 years old, so I didn't really understand all the little problems with it, and I think that's why I probably enjoyed it more than anything. It kind of gave me something to aspire to and stuff like that. So I'm sure if I was a car guy watching that for the first time, I'd be like, "This is so dumb."
That would scratch the roof.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I understand where you're coming from.
Well, there's some old guys in the crowd. They know they Smokey's getting a lot of love. Thank you to everyone else. There's no right answer for this.
Well, let me go back and say I do know of them. I just haven't seen them.
Okay.
My buddy actually has some movie cars over here that he there's some replicas. He has the Dukes of Hazzard, and then he has the Bandit, and they do he does events with the police, and they chase each other around and around his property. He's 30 acres or whatever, so they do chases with the Bandit and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. So
this is down in Florida, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure, in the boonies.
Canadians don't have as much fun. I've never seen two guys chasing each other around in their movie cars.
No, there's another Canadian that I watch on YouTube that washes his dirty Raptor every once in a while. I know he has fun.
Oh yeah, you always got to bring up that guy, don't you?
No, I didn't say no name. I just said another Canadian with a Raptor.
Is he Canadian? I didn't know that.
Yes, he is Canadian. Yes.
Then why is there so many Canadian detailers? I'm just blown away. I really knew no Canadians before I got into detailing. Now I know 20 of them.
Yeah, sorry about that. We usually stick to our own business, but with detailing, we feel the need to get involved. Yeah, well, the most prolific and successful detailer on the planet is from Saskatchewan. His name is Doyle. He is the best detailer in the world. He has 2.4 million YouTube followers.
Holy cow.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chromatic. Oh, sorry.
Who's that?
Chromatic?
If you haven't.
No, I know Chromatic. I watch his videos all the time. I'm talking about who's the 2.4.
Oh, that's the Detail Geek.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we want to do now? Do we want to take some viewer questions?
I have a question.
Go for it.
All right. So, Lex, if you go back to the beginning when you first started YouTube, Instagram, and all that, what made you start doing it on social media and YouTube?
Honestly, it was just kind of a thing for me to do. I had some issues with depression and whatnot, and my thing was my buddies were telling me to just focus on something else. So I started focusing on the garage because the garage was my main thing, but with a new kid and stuff, I didn't have time for it. So then I just really made an effort to really focus on the garage and put my effort in that. And going through my build in the garage, although there's a lot of stuff out there about pictures and stuff to follow and kind of get ideas, there's not as many videos and help as far as if you want to go outside that or even the little details. And so I only really started this kind of just to help other people. To build my pressure washer system, there's not very many. I couldn't find anything about how to do how I did it. So I'm sitting there reading plumbing manuals and stuff like that, trying to figure out the connection types, the adapters, all the little things that are so easy, but no one talks about, so you don't know the answers unless you do the research. So I'm like, I just spent all this time trying to figure out how to connect these two things, but it's so easy. Let me make a video and show people how to do it. And honestly, I'm kind of blown away by how many people find it useful, which is awesome. So they don't have to go through and waste all the time that I wasted. They can just follow mine when I just do a simple explanation between like a garden hose thread and a NPT, because if you've done it, you know it's stupid simple. But if you don't, you're like, you buy two threads and you're like, why aren't these going together? I don't get it. Because no one really explains that little tiny nuance. And that's kind of like just the whole thing, everything that I was doing. There just wasn't anybody that would just specifically say, this is what you do, this is how to do it. So that's where it all started. And just somewhere to put it. And I honestly am kind of blown away that it kind of grew into this. I never thought it would be such a thing.
So is this kind of started when you guys moved to where you're at now, or did this kind of happen before you got there?
Yeah, for sure. It all started here. I mean, I've been here and I think we're coming up on 3 years, and I started this, I think, last summer. So it's been about a year since I started like documenting everything. I think I made my first YouTube video probably like in the fall or so, when I finally finished the pressure washer system. So yeah, I sat here for a year not using it, and then it's been a year building it. And maybe it's been 2 years, I'm not sure, but
you know, your pressure washer video helped me out immensely.
Awesome, love to hear it. I mean, because literally it's and people ask me, can I do it myself? I'm like, it's stupid easy. It's so easy. It's like adult Legos connecting all the pieces. It's just, you just need that little help in little places to kind of put the pieces together. So that, I mean, that was my goal, because I literally, before I did this, people asked me like, how can you really think I can do it myself? I knew nothing about any of this stuff before I started. I know nothing about plumbing. I don't know anything about anything. So every single thing that I did in the garage was new to me. So I spent so much time trying to figure out how to do it. So my whole goal is trying to get people like me that are clueless about everything, give them kind of like the encouragement to do it themselves. And also just be there, because people will email me and comment all that stuff, and they'll message me for like advice and like how to do like with a stupid little question. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe you responded. Like, of course I'm going to respond. Like, anybody that sends me messages, like, I love that. Like, I wish I had somebody to say, hey, can you answer this question real quick? I'm in the middle of a project. I don't know how to do it. Like, that's what I love. So the fact that I can do it for the people, hands down, one of the best feelings.
So for the guys that are still watching, thank you. But Lex's information to his YouTube channel, Instagram, is in the top part of the links in the description. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and follow him on Instagram. I just want to put that plug in real quick.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hopefully people find it useful, and now my idiot ideas of the car find them comical or entertaining or something.
I just put a comment up on there because my friend Sean in Saskatchewan is my go-to guy for all those details that you're speaking of. And I can't count the number of times where I've been frustrated. Why doesn't this fit with this? How do I make this do that? And I've been saying to him for years that there's so many people out there that would appreciate what you're doing, Lex, is sharing that knowledge so that we don't go into Home Depot and look like idiots.
Oh, dude, I went to Home Depot when I did this project approximately 3 months. I was there, like, I would go, oh my God, I did like 40 times easy, back and forth about the same, buying one different thing, trying to figure out how they work together, and afraid to ask guys questions so I don't look like an idiot. And like, I went through all that. So my whole goal was so other people don't have to go through it. So if I help a couple of people, that's awesome. But literally, it's so simple if you just have someone giving you a little bit of help. So
yeah, and
that's cool.
And it takes time to learn these things, and you know, everyone's got families, and so no, it's nice that you use the channel to help the world. Go ahead. If you guys have more questions, I'm going to just go into the comment section, see if anyone's got anything. Oh, actually, can I throw this one at you? This is from Glenn.
Yep.
Did Lex buy everything for his shop at OG?
I did not. So I bought the pressure washer from LEX Garage. I think I bought some other little miscellaneous pieces. But honestly, like his piping, I liked it. It was expensive, too expensive for what I wanted to do. So I did PVC piping. And also, if he had a gray one, I probably would have bought it. But because it was blue, it didn't really go with what I was doing. But I think I bought the pressure washer and a couple other miscellaneous things. And honestly, if something popped up and I saw it for less, that's where I bought it from, because I'm not made of money. So if there's a sale going on at MTM for some foam cannons, I'm gonna buy them from where I can save some money. So
Yeah.
Just quickly going back to what you said about making all your runs to Home Depot, I was doing the same thing. I was garden hose thread, NT thread. I have like probably 30 connectors or adapters, whatever you want to call them, over there, and like.
Oh, I have tons of them. I have like a box of them, just like random stuff in there. Yeah, and now that you know it, it's like you feel like an idiot for not knowing it before, right? Because it's literally so simple.
Yeah.
But you just needed to figure out, like, because I remember I was trying to figure out, like, I'm like, why is there NPT and then MPT and FPT? Like, I don't what, like, it was so.
What's the answer to that? Because I know the male and the female, but why the other one?
Exactly. It didn't make sense. It should be MPT and then FPT, and that's it. Not NPT to classify both of them. It's just,
unless it's an umbrella term for both. But then why do you need that?
Yeah, so that was a big.
They're gender neutral, guys.
I was about to say that's a safe version of calling it neutral.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's so simple, but it was like, so rough. And that's why, like, when people ask me questions, I'm going to answer them because it takes 2 seconds to answer them because it's so simple. And that's why I tell everyone, they're always like, should I hire a plumber? Should I do them? Just do it yourself. It's really that easy. If you have the time, if you have the time and you're okay with learning how to do something, then do it. If you don't have the time and you can pay someone, But really, if you want to do it yourself, you can do everything. Everything I did myself. So, and I'm not a smart guy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So.
You're sitting on YouTube with the three of us, so you're doing all right.
Yeah. Yeah, the lows of the low. You just hit it.
Umberto wants to know what product you started with, Lex.
Product? Or like a brand, or I don't know.
However you want.
I guess I'll go with brand. That's the easiest thing. I think the first brand that I ever got into was Atom Polishes. That's really what got me into detailing that, and the RAD company. Those are the first two. When I got serious about detailing, it was Atom Polishes. I tried like their wheel cleaner and a detail spray, and then I got some towels from the RAD company, and I thought I knew everything and I was an expert, and I fell in love, and that's where the addiction really started. Before that, in high school, I had a V6 Mustang. I thought it was like a torque monster, and I had the fastest thing in the world. Every week I spent time detailing it, but it wasn't like actual detail. It was me creating my own waterless wash that I didn't really understand water. I put soap in a spray bottle with some water and sprayed my car down and wiped it off. Didn't really pay attention to anything. And then I'd use my turtle wax, paste wax, and wax the whole thing every week, hands down. That's all I do. I'd waterless wash it, and then I would use maybe a scrub brush if I had some time, and then I'd wax it. So, I mean, it wasn't in the best shape, but it was shiny as hell, and that's all I really cared about at the time. I didn't really understand anything else other than that. So that's where it really started. I guess if I had the product that started it all was probably turtle wax, paste wax. And then after that, when I got serious into detailing, it was Adams and the RAD company.
That's awesome. Yeah. Attention to Detail 2020. He's got a two-parter. First off, maybe you could talk a bit about your label fascination, and talk about the Vyper chair stuff.
Yeah, so the labels really, I'm just still blown away that it really took off. I've been just super anal about that, and it's like there's no really good system for it. And I've done like label makers and all that stuff, and I like matching bottles and stuff like that. So I mean, I've gone through Quasar and tried all the other ones. When I got the IKs, they were just like perfect to me as far as aesthetics. Then the name card on the back is really what gave me the inspiration to kind of make labels. I was like, that's a genius idea to make the card, but at the same time, you got to have it either that, display it, or something else, and that kind of bothered me. So I was like, I wonder if I could just put something on there. So literally, first design, first print that I did, I was like, this is it. This is exactly how I want it. I posted a picture of it, and man, it just blew up. I did not expect it at all, and everyone's like, can I buy them? I'm like, okay, like sure. And then like I had like 10 orders the first week, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Or maybe I'll get some more next week. And like, it has not stopped. And it's so cool. I mean, because the reason I wanted to get them, start making them available for the people is because it was a solution to help me with my issue of labeling. So if I can help other people, awesome. So that's where it kind of turned out. I'm glad that the people find it useful and it's still going. I love it. So yeah, I'll never stop until the orders stop coming in. So
sorry, I'm hitting buttons randomly here. I got fat fingers. And the second part of that question was, thanks for the code for the chair. So I know you're a proponent of Vyper chairs. You love.
Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, I know Mike has one now, and hopefully
I'm sitting in it right now.
After me too.
Yeah.
I have one. You can't see it, but I have one inside.
You can almost see it.
I use it as a desk chair too.
A Vyper chair.
Dude, I injured my knee doing a detail with some stupid chair, and I was trying to find a good chair, and I found Vyper, and I was just like, it's expensive. And my wife's like, you have a bunch of crappy chairs in the garage you hate. They're all broken. You don't like them. They cost more than that one chair. Just buy it and see what it is. See what happens. I fell in love with it. I know I got a lot of stick. Everyone's like, oh, it's not worth that much. Da, 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 da. I'm like, dude, just try it. There's a lot of people that can just sit there and say, that's not worth it. It doesn't cost that much to make without ever seeing the product firsthand or seeing it in person or knowing anything about it. So it is what it is. But once you get this product, you put it together, you see what it's all about, you understand that the price is a price because of all the quality that's put into the chair. I mean, the hardware alone is a lot of money. The casters alone is a lot of money. It's all steel, all that stuff. So yeah, I fell in love with the product, and I fell in love with the company. I fell in love with the owners. Just great guys. We basically became friends. And then lately, accepted a job not too long ago with them. So now I do marketing with Vyper, and happy with that find that dream job with something you love doing with a product you believe in. So,
hey, was I chatting with you on Instagram then?
I don't think so. Oh. I think I saw something on there from you. So hopefully you get a chair soon. But I don't think I was talking with you directly. No, I don't think we have. So if I did, I would have said something.
So for the people that think of
Vyper, hey Rick, buy the damn chair or something like that. So
if you think of Vyper chairs expensive, it is a little bit. It is $500.
It's not cheap. Yeah, there's no getting around it.
It is $500, but you don't have to pay $500 at one time. They do have an option for 4 payment plans, like $125 for 4 weeks ban or something like that, and you can use. We have discount codes all over the place. I'm sure Lex got one. I got one. You can get you a discount code for $25 off. So it helps out on the shipping. The shipping's a little bit. It is a little high, but it's heavy as shit when you get it too. So you'll understand why the shipping's there. And it's packaged really well.
Giveaways, and my towels cost more than it costs to ship a Vyper chair. So the shipping rate that they have at Vyper is absurd. I think it's like $30 or whatever to ship a 40-pound box. I spend that much if I send someone some towels and a product to north, So I mean, for what it is, it's pretty good. But yeah,
I shipped a T-shirt to a guy in Canada, and it cost me $21 just to ship the T-shirt to Canada.
Exactly. So I mean, and shipping all around is expensive, but somehow it is a pretty good rate for a heavy box.
It is, and it comes really, really well packaged. So even if the package did have a slight dent in the corner, it's insulated so well, and it's covered up so nicely, and it's foam and bubble wrapped. It's great. So try it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any of my friends that I've referred to get a Vyper chair, and they've had them. Everyone loves them. I mean, so it is what it is. The product sells itself once you get it. Like I've had so many people say it's not worth it. It's too much. It's too much money. It's too expensive. I don't need to share that much. They buy it and then they buy another one, and they tell all their friends that it's the best thing they've ever bought. So I'm not. I don't have to sit here. It's not like a job where I have to sit there and tell people to buy a chair. I mean, it sells itself. It really I'll take it to an event or something, and people will see it, and they're like, I want one. Like that's all it takes. People just have to see it in hand. And it's hard because I mean this company was launched during the pandemic, so there wasn't the ability to go and show people it firsthand. So it was all online sales. So yeah, of course it's easy to sit there and say it's not worth that much money for a chair. But once you really realize what it's built from and all the good things about that and the quality and every little aspect of it, then you really get it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're amazing. It's hard for, I think, people to wrap their head around the price. Like it's, you said, it's obviously it's an expensive thing, but for those few people, certain people that want like the best chair, there's no doubt that thing is taken off.
I mean, look, I'm leaning back in my chair and it holds me. I mean, it's really nice.
There's no squeaking. There's no breaking. Like, and I'm not saying this, and I'm not working at Vyper right now. Okay, this is just me talking. You have those Harbor Freight chairs. I've had some people send me messages that the Harbor Freight one's breaking and they get injured on the job or something like that. So if you're concerned about your safety at all, or like my knee was injured because I was detailing and like it hit like a rock and it stopped when I was moving. So I mean that stuff really adds up, and it's expensive, but it's not expensive for what it is. You're paying for high quality steel, high quality hardware, and you're paying for a chair that's going to last you like a lifetime. Like this thing's not going anywhere. It's like a tank. So
it is too. It is a tank.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll come back up, but I want to go to this question here. Since you like labeling things, I could just imagine your home. Like you got that label maker, and like what haven't you labeled in your home?
Honestly, I've only made. My wife got me a machine. I don't know why she got me a machine. I think she was just looking something to keep me busy. And honestly, that was just the first thing that came to mind. I think what I was doing was I was actually that's how it started. I had a buddy that does decals. And I had him make me a couple for the garage, like for the Transla and stuff like that. And I think she was like, why don't you just make it yourself? Instead of having to like go back and forth and get all these things. Because a lot of when you start doing stuff yourself, you realize that like the measurements might not turn out right or something like that. And you have to get another one. So I think that's where it came from. Like he made me like the labels for my valve handles and stuff like that. And it would have been easier if I just like made them real quick and did it. But obviously he did a phenomenal job. It turned out great. But yeah, he had done all the stuff I needed to have done by the time I got it, because my wife got it, I think, for my birthday. And so the first thing I did was create one for the label for the bottles. And that's the only thing I can use it for. It's the only thing I have time for. It's just to keep pumping them out for other people. So I don't think I've even ever made anything else from it. I think it's all been bottle labels.
It's like every time I log into Instagram, it's you sharing or people sharing their labels that other people shared. And I could just see
it's
away till midnight every night making these labels for these. It's awesome.
Well, that's really what that's my label time is that night. I'll sit till 3 a.m. I used to try and get them out like the day of or the next day, and so I lost a lot of sleep there. Now it's just with the amount of orders, I say 2 to 3 days because it's impossible to keep up with. Sometimes I'll get like 10 in one day or something, and I can't. So unfortunately, I had a good run of getting them out next day, but that eventually was just impossible. So
at least you're trying.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, trying.
Oh my God, everybody, you guys really donating money to me to buy a Vyper chair?
Absolutely.
I'll donate too. I'm telling you, dude, you get one. And hey, and if you guys talk about find me someone that in Canada to sell them, and we'll get you guys set up with Vyper chair up in Canada.
Well, what do you mean? Like you looking for a distributor?
Yeah, if you have someone that wants to distribute them, we'll get them up in Canada.
Oh, he knows somebody.
I'll talk to him though, because shipping is like it's bad there. It's terrible here.
Well, it makes it a little bit easier once you buy like that. That's why we go for distributors in other countries. Is it makes it easier when you do like a bulk freight shipping. It cuts down per chair and it makes it easier and stuff like that. So.
Well, it's no secret. My favorite detailing company's located right here in Calgary, and Chris at Carzilla is running out of room in real estate. Like, it's unbelievable. His business has really picked up. But
that might be an issue then. There are somewhat sizable boxes.
But I was talking to his brother just as I was leaving the other day, and I think they're looking at a new space. So if they could buy a pallet of them, who knows? I'll
And we have some cool new stuff coming out here too. Give you a little teaser right there. I won't say much, but there's some new stuff coming out soon that I think everyone's gonna really like.
Okay, well, hold on. Don't worry. So I got to hold off for a little bit.
Oh, hey everybody, Smurf's got to check out. I'm getting summoned for dessert. I just want to say thank you guys. This was fun. Unfortunately, I gotta go because there are.
No, unfortunately, man, enjoy it. It's your kid's birthday. Have fun.
enjoy.
Really lots of cake.
It's great.
If you guys don't hear from me on social media for 2 days, 48 hours, send the search party to look for my body.
Take care, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Have a good one, Eric. We'll see you next week.
Guys, bye, Rick, Lex, Mike. I'll talk to you guys on social media, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Real quick, Ryan was wondering, can you do 3 labels or do you have a minimum order of 6?
Yeah, so it just when I was doing it and I created the website, it seemed like 6 was the most popular number, so that's where I kind of started from. If you need more or less, just shoot me a message on Instagram and we'll do it through that, like PayPal, and make it a lot easier. Because there's no sense in paying for more than you need. So just send me a message and we'll figure it out.
Awesome. There you go, Ryan. Now you can have. Where are people getting all these IK sprayers? Is that through?
Dude, there's some crazy ones. I mean, I think I forget the name. It's a long name, but the one I just recently posted.
Yeah,
I can't remember now. I'm trying to think of his Instagram name so it's easy to follow.
you shared it in the story, right?
I don't remember, but man, he has like 30 or something right now. It's insane. It looks so cool.
It's just looking ball. Ryan says he only has 3 IK sprayers, therefore he only needs 3 labels. But Ryan, you're not going to stop at 3. None of us ever stop.
Yeah, there's no stopping. 6 is like the minimum number you can have. That's basically what I have too. I think I stopped at 6.
Yeah, I am not going to go down that rabbit hole yet. I won't ever, but I just have too many products that do the same thing, and I wouldn't want to. Anyway, you don't want to.
My goal was to hopefully cut down on. I like trying them, but at the same time, I want to stick with some normal, basic ones I use all the time. So I'm not always trying new things on every single car. I have my basic ones that I like to use, and I try new stuff every so often to make sure that I'm still happy with what I'm using. So.
Has IK Spray even reached out to you to say, hey, can we buy the labels directly from you so we can put it straight onto their bottle?
Oh, no, I think what we're doing right now is good. I mean, they've reached out and they're thankful for what I'm doing. They like the labels. They like the way it looks. So
it does look nice.
It's cool they gave you some love.
Yeah, definitely. And it's one of those things, too, is like everyone – I think the biggest thing was I did like the custom labels, and it wasn't supposed to last this long, but so many people appreciate it. I don't think I was supposed to just do standard sets. After a while, I was going to kind of figure out what was most popular, but so many people want so many different things, and I just do custom. So literally every order that I make, I don't think I've ever made one that's exactly the same. So every single order is completely different, completely custom made. So it is time consuming, but it seems to be most worthwhile. It's like if people had the ability to make their own, that's what they would do. And so that's the best part about it. Because you don't want something, if you want to say something, then that's what I want to make it say, you know?
Yes.
This is amazing that people are donating money to me to buy a Vyper chair. Like, wow. Now I can't say no, can I?
No, because you asked and they delivered.
I was kidding.
Oh, well, then I want my money
I don't know how
back.
to do this.
I'm just kidding. Oh, they went Rick. Rick's gone. Now it's just you and me now.
Oh, how does that work?
I have no idea because he's the host. I don't know what happened.
He's taking the money and running.
I know, huh? Hopefully he's at viperchair.com ordering his chair.
Oh, there he is.
Still here. Yeah, no, I swiped.
You know that logo, that RAD Garage logo would look on the back of the chair. That would look pretty nice etched on there.
Well, Mike, these are the things that are keeping me up at night, though, because some people make a good point that the Vyper chair, like the Vyper logo, is good, and
so
I honestly
like the straight to Vyper logo.
The regular logo looks so clean that I've never really had the urge to get my logo on it.
yeah,
I just it fits the chair so well. It looks so good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you can keep the logo on the seat, and then you could put your logo on the back. You could do that.
Well, now we've switched over to keeping the logo on the seat only because there's some problems with it being on the back with different size labels, and because people have a larger label, it doesn't fit
Oh,
yeah, I got you. Okay.
To kind of simplify things, what we do now is the custom logo only goes on the seat bottom, and the backrest always have the V because it's tried and true. It works on the back. We don't have problems with it. So
that makes sense.
Our whole goal is to make sure that everyone gets a quality chair and there's never any issues with it. So that helps with there. But you can get a chair. You can go to viperchair.com or viperindustrial.com. The same thing, but viperchair.com.
Vyper chair with a Y. Vyper chair. All
and you can use Mike's Auto as a discount code.
And you can buy them at Obsess Garage as well. Obsess Garage has some custom ones. We're in some stores as well now. We're starting to get in some brick and mortar stores. If you're in Orlando, Florida, there's a shop now that's selling them as of today. So it's kind of cool. So they're going to start spreading all over everywhere.
I think Obsess Garage only has, when I looked there last, they only had their custom one, which is their blue logoed one.
Yeah,
it was like
so
$600
is doing just the custom Obsess Garage one.
Yeah, and it was like $625, which is the extra $125 for the stitching to have the Obsess logo on the chair.
Yeah, you get the OG spec ones. I mean, they look really nice.
They do look nice, but
those are probably the only ones you'll get without if you want a blank seat back, that's probably the only way you'll ever be able to get it. So that's a pretty cool feature right there.
Hey, Mike, what's your discount code for Vyper chair?
Mike's Auto.
All one word, obviously. And what is that? $25 off?
$25 off, yes. Unless Lex has a bigger discount.
I mean, we rarely do sales, so that sales that were just going on, that was the time to buy. I don't know when the next one's going to be. But yeah, $25 off is a good deal.
They just had one at Father's Day, which was $50 off.
Yeah, and
it was like 2 weeks after I bought mine. Then that came out. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, those are the best sales, and it doesn't get much better than that. It's going to be very rare that they have sales because again, the price to make the chairs is very expensive. So it's not this product that Vyper is making a killing off of.
It's all engineering. Engineering's expensive.
Well, the steel costs. I don't know if you guys. I mean, maybe you've paid attention because I certainly haven't. But if you go and you Google the price of steel. Even just from January to now, it's skyrocketed. And the fact that Vyper's still selling the chairs for the same cost, that's huge. I mean, I don't know if you've seen some other people talking about there's inflation going on and prices for everything are going up. And then there's Vyper chair selling these badass all steel chairs, same price. I mean, I was talking with the RAD company the other day and they got theirs in and they're talking about, they're like, we thought these were going to be nice chairs. We thought they were kind of overpriced. And then they're like, we just opened up the hardware bag. And they're like, are these zinc coated? This is like $60 of hardware alone right there. And it's like,
yeah, it sure was.
You pay for it. There's no little tiny cheap pieces. There's nothing. It's all high quality stuff. So
someone's asking a question about the chair. Can you buy a chair without a logo on it?
No.
They all come with at least the logo, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Vyper. Actually, I might be able to lift it up. It's just the Vyper logo. If you can see it, make me big.
Yeah,
there it is.
Okay, so a standard chair comes with the Vyper logo on both.
Yeah, so you can get a chair without the backrest, or you can get it with backrest. Both. If you just order a normal chair, it comes with the Vyper logo, or you can pay to upgrade to have your own custom made one-off. They'll digitalize it and everything. All that's included. You can have your custom one-off chair with your logo or whatever you want on there.
You can custom color what color you want your chair.
Correct.
You can do all that.
Someone was saying you must get it. Is it powder coated? Is something?
There's a ring that goes around. You can get powder coated.
Yeah, that's going to be an option here soon. We also started powder coating the ring around it. So we'll definitely have to get the owner on here and do like a more kind of like a backstory about it all and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. Like, I'm not a sales guy. These chairs are awesome. If you buy one, you're going to love it. I'm not going to sit here and try and sell anybody on a chair. Just go try it out. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to love it. So.
Yep. And hey, listen, it's your opinion, right? If someone buys it and they don't like it, screw them.
I haven't had anybody that I know that has bought one that has been disappointed. So
I always get
come over, they fight over the chairs. Someone wants to sit in the crappy chairs. So
yeah. I've had back surgery before and I got hit by a bus, so and I lie when I say that. And I sit in this chair and I can lean back at lean back in it, and this freaking thing is comfortable.
I mean, I got in a car accident too. I've had surgeries and all that stuff, and that's really what drew me to spending money on a nice chair, because I was tired of having the bad back aches and all the pain and all that stuff. And like the way they designed it is just perfect. Like people say like the seat back is a little too small. It's designed that way.
Oh no, it's perfect
and stuff like that. There's a reason behind all that stuff. So. But you can make your chair custom. You just click on the option on the website when you're adding to the cart. Just click the custom option, and you can email a logo over to them, and then they'll get it on there for you.
You
can email your high quality logo, like the RAD Garage right there. You just email it over, and then they'll handle the digitalization and all that good stuff. And it's pretty neat.
Well, it's always fun. That's the thing I love about this. For me, it's a hobby. Like for you, it's a hobby, also a part-time.
Yep, part-time.
It's more of a passion for Lex. But when new products come to market that are new and exciting, like that's what makes this so much fun, and also makes me make poor financial decisions.
Exactly.
Well, hey, at least now it won't be poor financial decisions. We've assisted in the contributions to the poor financial decision.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a poor financial decision to keep buying cheap chairs every time they break. If you're honest, so I showed you a picture of all the chairs on my shop, and you would see what I'm talking about. I have like 5 or 6 office chairs, Harbor Freight chairs, other brand chairs. I'm not gonna sit there and but I have a bunch of chairs that are just trash, sitting in the corner. Probably $1,000 worth of chairs just sitting there that are broken, or they're uncomfortable, or I hate them. So. And
Rick, how many times have you fallen on a little chair that you sit in when you detail?
Yeah, I told you about the one time I fell. Man, I was upset with myself. I have one of those little Adams ones. You know, everyone makes that one. It's a rebrand.
Yeah, they're all the same. I don't think anybody actually makes it. I think they get them from.
Yeah, I might even get a RAD Garage one. Who knows? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
But I also have one of those round Craftsman creepers, but it's so noisy moving around on the Swisstrax. So will there be vibration, like any metal clatter or anything with a Vyper chair on Swisstrax?
No. I'll send you a video of these things glide like butter across Swisstrax.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's night and day. Like I can push it across. I only seen the videos where you can push it across your garage. Having it on Swisstrax makes no difference at all.
And it's like,
I remember the first time I rolled over my polishing cord with it, and I was like, all right, this is worth it right there. The fact that I could just bump over that cord and not get stuck and fall over. Me first, I am a customer and I'm a user more than anything. So that's where my recommendation comes from, is because I use it all the time and I love it. And that's really what led me to.
If you go to Mountain Town's YouTube channel, he's actually got 2 videos of the Vyper chair. One's an unboxing and one's put together, and it's actually pretty good in-depth video. So if you go to Mountain Town's YouTube channel, check out his 2 videos of the Vyper chair. It's going to sell you. That's why I got mine. To be honest with you, that's why I got mine.
It's good. You're gonna enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, their Mountain Town just.
I threw a plug and now he pops up. Look at that. So what's going on with the plans for LEX Garage for the rest of 2021?
So really, I'm just gonna start focusing on. I mean, I originally picked the detailing section. It's kind of funny. I picked the detailing section of the garage because I thought it was gonna be the quickest and easiest to do, and it turned into this extravagant thing. So I've been slowly trying to transition away from the detailing. Well, still doing detailing, but like as far as the garage build, trying to be done with the detailing. I'm putting a washer and dryer in there right now, so I can wash towels and stuff like that, and I have to bring them because I know I'm gonna sound like a spoiled kid, but I hate bringing like the towels 200 feet in the house and back and forth. So it'd be nice to have something there. So that's been a goal of mine. I had the lift, but I had problems with it. I didn't like it, so I got rid of that. So I'm not sure what I'll do with a lift and detailing bay, but basically I want to get away from the detailing bay and get in more into like the automotive, like mechanic side of it. Now that I have the Eclipse project and stuff like that, so I want to start getting some cabinets and some tools and a lift. welding stuff like that. So that's where the rest of the year is going to be heading. As I build the Eclipse, I'm going to be accumulating all that stuff and get everything set up so that I have a working garage where I can do other stuff.
Well, it's nice you have a multifaceted environment. That's one thing. Mine is like I'm a one-trick pony. I can't do a thing other than, detail. So
I'm really blessed with the size. I mean, and it's funny I say that, and it's like when you start doing this stuff, you're like, this isn't big enough. Like, the garage is never big enough. No matter how big it is, you always can run out of space. So the way I have it envisioned is a detailing bay and then like a cabinet where I can work on the cars and have a welding fabrication section, and then I want to have like a little lounge area with AC so I can have like. I can do this out in the shop because I don't know, AC the whole shop is going to be really expensive since it's so big. So I'm going to try and just AC like a little area of it with put up some walls and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just had a question pop up here, and I agree. I would love to see a fully comprehensive garage tour video at some point. Do you have any plans for something like that?
I definitely do. That was one of the first videos I ever made, but it was so bad that I never posted it. I mean, that was like what I was going to use to like get started with YouTube, and it was just so bad. And then I just got into like the projects, and I was like, I got to share this stuff. So I did that. But no, I that's on the list. I have a new video coming out on kind of like the plan for the Eclipse, and then I'm getting a lot of requests to do a video on the vac setup, and then I've also been getting a lot of things about like a garage tour, so I'm gonna do that as well. Because I didn't realize, I thought everyone understood like what LEX Garage was, but I can't believe that Rick didn't even know that. So
I mean, but tonight what I think happened is the pieces that were missing are now filled in, and I feel like I have a very comprehensive view, but I still would love to see a video of it all.
Cool, definitely will.
And then I can show my list. I'm not the only weirdo out there.
Well, it's funny. Everyone like thinks that I have this like pristine shop, but it's not at all like that. Like if you see the rest of the shop, it's still a mess and all that stuff. And like it's funny because I remember people talking about OCD, and like I don't have OCD. I care about how my stuff looks. I like aesthetics and stuff like that. When I'm not like, I think Justin said something like if a bottle was turned the wrong way, would he go and fix it or like that? That doesn't bother me. If it's clean, if I clean up the shop, then I want it to look like that. If you go out in the shop when I'm working, it's a complete mess, and it takes me a week to clean it up. So, yeah, if I did just a random tour right now, you guys would be like, "What the heck is this?" So, well, but there will be a tour. It'll just be cleaned up a little bit.
I don't care who you are. There's days where your garage has been put to use, your shop's been put to use. There's no shame in that. That's what they're for, right?
Yeah, I'm that type of guy. I'm not the guy that has to have a non-working pristine shop all the time. That's definitely not me.
Yeah, my dad said something years and years ago. It was like the sign of how well organized a space is dependent on how quickly you can put things back and put everything away and get it back to organized. And I those words sort of haunt me because like if I'm doing wheels and then I want to move on to foam stage, I actually now have to wash my wheel brushes, put them back on the hooks before I move on to foam stage.
Wow.
Oh, see, I'm not. Yeah, I kind of just have everything laid out on the floor, and then next I'll come back and clean it all up. So.
Well, part of it is too. I don't have 2,400 square feet, so I can't.
Well, yeah, that exactly. I have the ability to leave stuff around, and that's what's so nice about it. I don't have to worry about someone having a park there or something like that. I can leave it just a mess because having kids, like I'll start washing, and all of a sudden, like I have to stop, or I have 5 minutes left, so I'll do it real quick and get what I have to be done, and then I'll come back the next day or next week or whatever and. It
was a joke that I made a couple of years ago. Like at any point when I'm in the middle of anything in here, my wife can come in and say, "We need bread," and I have to go get bread. There was a time I had to put the wheels back on my car to go get bread.
Yeah.
No lie.
So if you're gonna slow down on the detailing part, what are you gonna do with all your product, equipment, and everything? Is it still gonna stay there, and you're gonna?
Oh yeah, slow down meaning I'm gonna stop building it. Like I think I'm at the point where I'm kind of done building the detailing section. I'm still gonna detail. I'm still gonna use it all the time. It's just as far as like my attention for building the garage, I'm gonna try and move over to a different section now.
Gotcha.
Like Rick was talking about, like being organized and having a place for stuff. I really, really, really need cabinets. I kind of just have tools laying around on tables, and I have ponds and my kids. I'm like, where's my wrench? And my 4-year-old's like, oh, I threw it in the pond. So like I need locking cabinets and stuff for my tools because I had to go to Home Depot today to get a tool, or just one wrench because I couldn't find it because it's.
Oh, you didn't take the kid, throw him in the pond, and say, "Go get it for me."
I'm sure he would like that, but yeah, no, he throws all my tools in the pond. So like that's what I mean. Like the next step is to build like more of like a tool section to have my cabinets with tools and do an automotive lift, not a detailing lift, like automotive lift in a different section. And just stuff like that, like a welding table and little things like that, so I can start working on the mechanic side, not just the detailing side. Because the detailing side, I mean, there's a couple things I want to do, but overall, it's pretty much done. And I need to stop paying so much attention to just this little section. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
You need OG to come in and just take over for a week and let them just take care of it.
Yeah. No, but I'm really happy with my setup. I mean, the Obsess Garage pressure washer system setup is phenomenal. I'm so glad I found that and followed his template for it because it makes the washing process so much easier, so much more convenient. So
You're running the VE52?
I'm sorry?
You're running the VE52?
VE52.
The pressure washer?
No, I'm the Kranzla 1322.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Obsess Garage one is what I'm using. So
got it.
I'm a big fan of it. Just having it all, just how he has the outline, how he created the basically the template for having it all, like it's phenomenal as far as the bucket hose and all that good stuff. So I mean, it hands down one of the best setups. So makes it so much easier.
It'll be something 20, 30 years from now. People go into a home
and see this stuff on the wall.
It has the obsessed garage pressure system.
It really is that good. It makes it because I used to love detailing, but I hated the like clean up, like put everything out and then having to clean it up after. And the fact that I can just hang stuff up on the rack and stuff, it's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you mean, hang what up on the rack?
Like hang up brushes in the rack, put my gun in the little holster and. Just click the button on the pressure washer, and like, I don't have to bring anything out. It's all like literally right there, so it's phenomenal.
I was watching an old video of mine the other night. It popped up on my feed, and I thought, I don't remember this one. And it showed me using a Velcro strap on my portable electric pressure washer. I used a Velcro strap so that it would be wall mounted. When I pulled the hose, it wouldn't fall over.
I remember when you had that. Yeah,
it's the little things like that make it so much nicer, so much easier to detail. And I'm so glad I came across that and was able to. And Matt provided so much information how to do it and sold the products. And that was one thing I never thought I would buy the Kranzla. To be honest with you, I thought it was. I still think it's a lot of money. It's crazy, $1,000 for a pressure washer. I ended up. It was like an impulse. Remember I told you expensive things. I either think about it for a long time as an impulse buy. That was an impulse buy. I bought it like just randomly one night. I'm so glad I did. The aesthetics are so nice. I love the way it looks, and just the performance is so great, and just the fact it's just so easy, and it's phenomenal. So I'm glad he found that. And yeah,
someone asked in the comment section way earlier in this live stream what your favorite piece of equipment was. Would that?
It's probably the Kranzla. I mean, and again, it is expensive. Is it the best thing ever? Is it necessary? No, you can get some. I was originally going to get the Comet because it's kind of like I think the Comet's the best way to go because it has it comes with everything. And it's like a mounted, like you mount to the wall. It has the hose reel, all right. Not a real reel, but close enough. It has something. If you just want something simple, that was the way I was going to go. Honestly, picking the Kranzlas made me spend a lot more money than I wanted to, having to get the reel and the hose and all that. I mean, that really does add up. But it's so nice in the end. It's all high quality stuff, and I know it's going to last me for a long time. So, is it necessary? No. Is it worth it? Yes, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, well, and you don't have to do these things right away. You know, I'm into this hobby for 10 years, and I recently got a high-end pressure washer. So I think people that, I'm going to get into the detailing hobby, and then they see guys like you, Lex, Mike, myself, Matt at Obsess Garage, and they're like, I got to get all these things. Like, you will.
Don't need all that.
You do not need all
that. You absolutely don't. It's all personal preference. And that's why I kind of like my thing is kind of different. And I thought that I was actually going to get kind of pushback on it, like how I have high-end stuff, but also have PVC piping. Like, it's got a mix of whatever works best for you, and spend money where you want to spend it, where we think it's important. So, I mean, the reason why I got the Kranzla was because I had a couple cheap pressure washers break. And so I was like, I should just get the one that's going to last a long time. And even then I was still like, that's really expensive, but I'm glad I did in the end. And it's going to last, and it's rebuildable and stuff like that. So it's nice to have that option now.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to ask a little earlier. I was talking about some weird comments you get. Any weird interactions on the internet? Anything come to mind for you, Lex?
No one knows me. I'm not a big deal. No one knows me at all. It's kind of funny because where I'm at in Florida, there's a lot of like actually famous big people, so it's kind of cool to meet them.
Yeah.
But like it was kind of cool to meet Tavares, let alone buy his car. So. That was a pretty cool experience. But no, no one knows who I am. I'm not anybody important.
You're keeping a low profile. You're keeping your head down, just doing the work.
Yeah, I'm literally I'm nobody.
You had any trolls after you lately, Mike?
No, actually, luckily the group of people that follow my videos, I get 99% of them are thumbs up and great comments. So I don't have the trolls yet. Of course, I'm only at 1,400 subscribers. I'm not big time like you guys are, but
settle down.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm blown away by what happened with the Eclipse. I had not. It's funny because when I bought the car, Tavares Freddie he texted me. He's like, "Are you planning on filming this for YouTube?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "You should do it." They'd be like, "You should think about it." So I did it. I did not expect so many people to be interested in this build.
So I got to do some research. I don't even know who this person is you're talking about.
I was kind of just doing it. So
yeah, there he is. Yeah,
you're breaking up real bad, Alex.
And he's just a great guy. He's really friendly. He's really knowledgeable. He started working as a writer at. I can never say the name. I always mess up the name because I think about it too hard. GTECHNIQ. He was a writer for there, and so he's a really knowledgeable guy. He does really cool builds. He did like the $1 million Ferrari from Fast and the Furious. It was at the RAD Company's 10 at SEMA a couple years ago. He does really cool builds, and now he started a cool series called Card Track with Van Wiki and Hoovie's Garage, and it's hilarious. It's like it's just a comedy, really. It's really fun with car stuff. It's kind of like why am I forgetting the name of the show? What's the British?
Oh yeah.
Why can I not think of it? The e-car show.
Yep. It's now the Grand Tour, but it was.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on it. But everyone knows what I'm talking about. But it's basically like that. It's really cool to watch. So check those.
Top Gear.
Yeah, Top Gear. So if you go on Tavares' YouTube page, he's the one that uploads the Car Trek episodes. Watch those. They do like competitions with like how much money they can buy or buy the cheapest Ferraris and drive them across the country.
I gotta let my dog out. She's stripping paint off my door.
Well, I think I'll be going down that rabbit hole because I want to share with you though a comment I got today because I once in a while I'm like Mike 9.5% of my what is Mike somebody?
I'm not sure what he said. He said something.
Throwing your Vyper chair around over there, Mike. What's going on?
Sorry.
Was there a snake? What happened?
Oh, my dog. Well, my dog's on the other side of the door, and I can hear her trying to take the paint off the door, scratching to get out of here. So
in your brand new house.
Yeah. So I just went and got the dog. So she's always right. I mean, she's like my shadow. I can't even go to the bathroom without her sitting on my feet. I mean, she's always there.
It's better than kids. So
yeah. Luckily, my kids are older, so I don't have to worry about that.
I'm gonna show you this. This is on a garage door opener video I did last summer. It says, "Guess what? Your Wi-Fi will be outdated in 2023. Congratulations. No phone or other will be able to connect with it. I guess soon you'll need to replace it again. I feel bad for all the cars and trucks with Wi-Fi installed as well. Thanks for letting me know. Where were you with your apocalyptic claims last summer?" What is he talking about?
I honestly don't understand why there's so much negativity and people comment on stuff where they don't know anything about stuff, and it's like, what do they get out of it? Who stops?
Practice. You just want
to do just literally comment something negative. I don't get that. I'll never understand it.
I had some guy call me a snowflake the other day. So, Mike, you know I take pride in my videos, right?
Of course you do.
I got a vent. So how many viewers do we have? We've got 33 viewers. We're going to lose about 10 of them. When I go on, we'll just tune it out like my wife. But he comes on my channel and he goes, listen, I want to like this video. I really do. But all of your panning is ridiculous. You need to just have your tripod in one spot. That's the way it's done. And then
my gosh.
And so then I wrote back, like I'm a little bit sarcastic, and I don't think it always comes through. I said, oh, so like every other detailing video that's out there. Thanks, got it. And then I posted a link to the video I did where I was really just using a tripod and talking. And I said, is this one better, or do you want to rip this one apart? Like I just throw in a little sarcasm, and he's like, oh, Mr. Snowflake. And I was like, you think some guy who's been doing something for 5 years is going to just say, thank you, first-time viewer of one video, I will now do everything different. If I'm a snowflake, what kind of narcissist are you?
Here's my thing: is I just delete them.
Yeah,
the key to a rad video.
Put that away. Put that away. That's trademarked. I shared that with you.
Yeah, I'll never understand that people that take their time out of their day to be so negative about stuff like that. Like, if I'm going to be negative about a video, I'll be negative, but I'll say it in my head. I'm not going to sit there and take the time and type it out and ruin someone else's day by some comment. It's just, I don't get people like that.
I don't. And then you're sitting there like I'm a 50-year-old man, and I'm like, this is in my head now, and I'm just like, why is this in my head?
Am I the penning guy? Is that all I am?
Yeah.
I need to revamp my whole style.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That stuff's stupid.
But
I try not to read too much.
It is.
Well, it's been great connecting with you, Lex. I'm seeing some people are calling her a night. Do we?
Yes.
Is there anything, Mike, that we want to cover? Like, do you want to talk about your upcoming? You got another live stream coming up here?
Next week we got Attention to Detail Chelsea. The following week I got Proper Detailing Company. They're the detailing brush.
Oh, I love those guys. Proper Detailing, yeah.
Yeah, Proper. Actually, it's right here. I have it right here. Proper Detail Company. They make these freaking nice brushes. If you got fat fingers like me, freaking great.
Owner's phenomenal. Great guy.
Yeah. We got Lithium, Car Care,
Awesome.
Detailed Concierge. That's Concierge. Yeah, that's Tina Ortiz. Actually, let me pull my calendar up because there's a lot. And I gave a date to Lex for trying to get Vyper chair, so we'll see what he can do with that.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll just clear the date and we'll get them on there because
it's whatever.
They're the guys with the story. I'm just
wash product. Wash product. I don't know what I did with them.
Well,
I got wash product coming on the 31st, and I think it's this company here.
wow. It's amazing.
There's a lot of small companies, and I've reached out to a lot of small companies, and they don't mind coming on. Some think that we're just. I've actually contacted a few of the bigger companies, and they just like, we're too busy for you, which I understand. Yeah. But
in a couple of years, Lex is going to be too busy for us.
No, he won't.
Yeah,
he'll remember where he got his start from.
I'm not big, man, but
he'll remember where he got his start from. He'll remember this date back in this.
Mike, who? I have no idea who you guys are. Lex, this has been the best one. Way better than the one we did with Mountain Town, Justin. Like, this one's been a lot better.
Hey, but you know though, Rick, every time you host, your guest is always late.
Yeah, what's that?
Kids, man.
18 times.
Kids. It comes with the territory.
I mess with you, Lex.
And honestly, I was only like 5 minutes or 10. I wasn't bad. Usually it's a lot worse. That's really why, if you notice, half the time the detail lounge doesn't go forward or I'm not on there, it's because my kid doesn't fall asleep. It's like he knows there's a live and he's like, I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah,
and so either I'm late or I don't show up. So
there's one thing I've learned through all my fatherhood and teaching. There's no such thing as bad kids, only bad parenting.
Yeah. I'm a prime example.
Yeah, you got to look inside.
I'm not going to debate that with you. It's obvious.
Thanks for coming on, Lex. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun, guys.
And don't forget, guys, in the comments, in the descriptions down below, the links to his YouTube channel, his Instagram, and his website. If you do want to get any of his labels, go to his website. If you have any questions for him, reach him on Instagram. And if you want to see his builds, follow him on the YouTube, subscribe to his channel for more content coming.
Okay,
Thanks,
don't anybody do anything. Don't end anything. Mike, I want to talk with you and Lex in back room. So what do I do next?
End the stream,
Okay.
and then we'll be backstage.
Well, I want to say thanks to everybody who donated to my Vyper Chair GoFundMe. I think together, and that's U.S. money, so that's going to go very far up here north of the border.
Nice.
That'll cover the customs charges that you Canadians charge.
Oh, that's ridiculous. But I do appreciate everyone sticking around. And yeah, we'll talk behind the scenes. Is that good with you, Lex?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so don't sign off. All right. Stay rad, everyone.